Hi, Candace here from 222wild.com. Today I'm going to show you how to brew Madrone Bark Tea. It's really simple. The only difference between Madrone Bark Tea and a tea you're probably already familiar with is that Madrone bark is loose, meaning it doesn't come in a bag. And it is a bark, so you're going to want to use the decoction method instead of the infusion method, which you're probably already familiar with from making regular tea. So first thing you're going to want to do is get about 2 cups of water or whatever. Put it into a pot on the stove. Turn it on. And you want to get your madrone bark. I have a nice large jar of it here. You can order it on Etsy at 222wild. I take about a pinch, about this much, maybe more. It doesn't really matter exactly how much you put in. If you put in a little, it's going to be light and weak. If you put in a lot, it's going to be really strong. Really, if it's really strong, it's kind of like drying, like you take a sip and it feels like all the saliva in your mouth dries up. If you make it really light, it's a little more like vanilla-y, kind of pleasant. So I like it light. So I put in about a pinch, whatever I can squeeze between 2 fingers. Maybe another pinch. And then I kind of like stir it in so it gets really wet, because otherwise it would just float on the top. You'll see when you make it. And then you would just let it sit on the stove until it comes to about a boil, and then maybe you want to turn it down a little so it's simmering for about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The longer it goes, the stronger it tastes. So I usually get impatient and I pour some off at like 3 minutes and sip it, and then let the rest of it keep going on the stove for another like 10 minutes and make myself a really strong cup. Madrone bark is, if you ever see a madrone tree, it's like this big, magnificent tree with a huge trunk when it's older. And it is usually called Mama Madrone. It kind of feels like when you're sitting underneath it, like you're in her arms. So whenever I need a little mama energy, I need to feel loved, I feel like I just want to be held, that's usually when I drink Madrone Bark Tea. It's also a bark, so I'm just going to make the assumption that it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, probably. And it's like a really giving herb too, because madrone bark in August usually starts to peel. So you'll see, when you're driving on the freeway, you'll start to see this like really stark red bark peeling off of this kind of like lime green tree, and it's really contrast to everything else when you're driving down the road. So you know madrone bark's ready. It's time to go pick some bark. And we collect it when it rolls. It kind of like dangles off the tree right before it touches the ground. So it's like been offered. Anyhow, so this has been going, it's not even up to a boil yet, so I'm going to set this aside and cook it later. But this I brewed earlier. And all you do is take your cup, put a strainer over it, or you can put a pot lid on this pot and kind of just pour it off too. Or if you like to read tea leaves, you can just pour it right in your cup and sip it slow. But I don't like getting the bark in my teeth. So I'm going to pour it off using the strainer. And let me pour a little bit into a glass so you can see the color. Madrone bark is sort of like amber. It's a nice amber. I actually like it a little bit lighter than this, so I would just add some more water or even add a little half and half and make it kind of creamy. And you can drink it just like this. So that's it. You're done. All you had to do was decoct it, strain it, enjoy. Or you can add some other things to it. I think it has it tastes like a bark. It tastes earthy. And a little bit kind of tinge of vanilla. So I like to add a little vanilla to kind of kick that flavor up. This is a vanilla extract that I got at the grocery store. We just get it in bulk, so I have a lot. And I like to kick it up a notch with some reishi tincture. This you can't really taste. It just really like reishi tincture. And enjoy. It's really good. It's really like, it wants to be sweet. Like if you added a little honey, it would taste like a dessert. But it's very, very earthy. Super unique. I also like to use it if I kind of need like a shift, if I'm like having a bad day and I need to shift, I like to taste it because it tastes so unique that it can change my day like that. So, Madrone Bark Tea. It's really good. And it's really easy. Okay, enjoy. Hi.
I'm going to teach you how to make root ball tea.
Madrone Bark Tea. Hi, this is la 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 blah 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 blah.
This is Uncle Stan. We're going to teach you how to make some Madrone Bark Tea.